Let's in fact start with the top story that we're tracking for you at this hour. Now, Mirna has been highlighting how in Mumbai, several residents have been facing extremely high electricity bills for the last 2 months. Now, this is essentially the bills being inflated for the months of both September and October. Now, MERC or Maharashtra Electricity Regulatory Commission has issued a notice to Adani Electricity. Now remember, Adani is the one who has been handling the electricity for this certain residents. They seek details of the complaints of users. Now Maharashtra government, meanwhile, on the other hand, has set up a 3-member panel to look into this allegation of overcharging. Now the government says that if the pattern continues in November, the issue will be of serious concern and strict action will be taken if panel finds any wrongdoing. Those are the details that are coming in as far as this issue is concerned. We'll also, in fact, go across to Apeksha, who is joining us at this point to understand this perspective better. Apeksha, if you can explain to us what you found, because we've been highlighting how several citizens have been facing extremely high electricity bills. Now, there are two things that are happening simultaneously. One is the MERC and the other is the government itself.
Avni, well, the latest in this case is that the MERC, which is the Maharashtra Electricity Regulatory Commission, has actually sought a response from Adani as to why, despite only giving an approval of a 0.24% hike, which they call it an extremely minimal hike, why are people receiving bills which are double and triple in nature? Now, in fact, if we can see over here, this is the letter, this is the notice which has been sent to Adani seeking a response and explanation. The Commission says that the Commission has taken serious note of these reports highlighting consumer grievances with respect to surge in their electricity bills, which does not commensurate with the marginal hike in the tariff approved by the Commission. The MERC clearly saying that while we have approved a marginal hike, why is it that people are receiving such inflated bills, and has given a time of 24 hours to Adani to respond. Now, while Avni, this is one part of the story, the second part of the story is that especially in the months of September and October, people received inflated bills. Now, this is the time when Adani took over from Reliance, and on an average, people received like say 1,500 to 2,000. Right. But suddenly, in the month of September and October, they started receiving bills worth like 4,000 and 5,000. Now, all the people that we've spoken to say that they've been out most of the times during the month, and the consumption really like per se hasn't increased. But on the flip side, Adani says that October being the month of where we see climatic change, there's humidity, the consumption increases, which is very different from what the people we've spoken to say when they say that our consumption actually has decreased, considering that in the evening it becomes cooler, in the evening, and during the day when it's actually hot, we're not there to use the AC or any appliance for that matter, because most of them are working and most of them have been out of town. So it's extremely difficult to understand how and where has this hike come in the picture, Abdi.
Right. Let's in fact do one thing. Let's also listen into what MERC had to say. Apeksha did speak to MERC. This is what they had to say.
There's massive outrage in Mumbai because people have been complaining of receiving inflated bills, especially in the month of September and October. Now, this happens to be the time around Adani took over from Reliance. So, sir, has an official probe been ordered into this matter?
Yeah, it is true that many consumers are complaining about hike in their bills in the month of October, especially those who are catered to by this Adani Power, which was earlier Reliance. Honorable Chief Minister of Maharashtra has already ordered inquiry into this, and it will be immediately starting its work. And whatever shortcomings are there, whosoever is responsible, action will be taken against that.
So, Adani has actually said that the rise in the bills is as a result of the hike which MERC has approved. So, sir, does this, but MERC, as we know, has approved a hike of only 0.24%. So, how has this translated into people receiving bills, not just for October, but even for September, which are almost double and triple in nature?
See, certainly, Adanis are governed by regulation of MERC. Whatever tariff petition they file and whatever tariff is approved by MERC, they are supposed to charge accordingly only.
Let's in fact go across to Rajiv Mishra, citizen activist, who's joining us on the phone line. Thank you very much, Mr. Mishra, for joining us. In your opinion, do you think that these two developments that have now happened, on one hand, you have Merck who's issued a letter looking into this matter, and also the state government as well is now looking into the matter. Do you think this is sufficient, given the way the people have been talking, citizens have been talking about the way the bills are being inflated?
Are you asking to me?
Yes, Mr. Mishra.
देखो, सबसे पहले तो मैं आपके चैनल को धन्यवाद देता हूं कि आपके चैनल ने जिस तरीके से इस मुद्दे को काफी गंभीरता से उठाया, उसका कम से कम इतना तो असर हुआ कि आज मर्क ने अदानी ग्रुप को कम से कम नोटिस जारी किया। लेकिन मैं आपको एक बात बता दूं कि जिस तरीके से हम लोगों का जो पिछला अनुभव है कि जितनी भी जांच कमेटियां बैठी या जो जिस तरीके से गवर्नमेंट अनाउंस करती है कि इस बात की जांच की जाएगी, और उन जांच कमेटियों के जो रिपोर्ट अभी तक पेंडिंग पड़े चले आते हैं या उन पर कोई कार्रवाई होते हम लोग नहीं देखते हैं, या किसी में बहुत बड़े पैमाने पर कोई स्कैम बाहर नहीं आता है, तो वैसी स्थिति में इस MARC का जो ये नोटिस है, इसका कितना प्रभाव पड़ेगा ये कहना मुश्किल है। बट लेकिन मैं आपके चैनल्स को जरूर थैंक्स बोलूंगा कि आपके चैनल्स के इतने गंभीरता से इस मुद्दे को लिए जाने के बाद कम से कम मर्क ने नोटिस तो जारी किया है। दूसरी बात एक मैं आपको बता दूं कि जिस तरह के इन्फ्लेटेड बिल की बात हो रही है, मैं आपको बता दूं कि ये सिर्फ अदानी ग्रुप का नहीं है। आज MSC मतलब जितने भी इलेक्ट्रिसिटी के अंतर्गत जितने भी सप्लायर हैं जो इलेक्ट्रिक सप्लाई करते हैं, उनके आज सारे लोगों का एकदम जिसको बोलते हैं गहनता से गंभीरता पूर्वक ऑडिट किए जाने की जरूरत है। इन लोगों के द्वारा जो बिल रेज किए जा रहे हैं उसकी एक बहुत ही गहराई से जांच की जरूरत है, क्योंकि आप ऐसा नहीं है कि केवल अदानी ग्रुप से लोग परेशान है, अदानी से परेशान है, टाटा से परेशान है, इवन MSED से परेशान है, मतलब MSRDC से, ये MSEDC से परेशान है। उसके बाद आपको बेस्ट के भी बिल से लोग परेशान है, मतलब हर जगह ये परेशानी है। ऐसे में ये बहुत जरूरी है कि जो बिल रेज किए जा रहे हैं उसका बहुत ही गंभीरता से ऑडिट किए जाने की जरूरत है, और ये देखे जाने की जरूरत है कि इसके खिलाफ इस तरीके से लाखों की संख्या में, आपको मैं बता दूं हजारों की संख्या में नहीं, आज अगर आप देखने जाएंगे तो पूरे मुंबई में और न्यू बॉम्बे थाने ये सब आप ऐड कर दें तो लाखों की संख्या में लोगों का कंप्लेन है इसको लेकर के। और गवर्नमेंट जिस तरीके से इस मामले पर सुस्त पड़ी है उसको लेकर के बहुत आश्चर्य होता है।
तो बिल्कुल जो मिश्रा जी, जो आप ये बोलना चाह रहे हैं कि सिचुएशन काफी गंभीर है और लाखों लोग इस चीज से परेशान हैं, जिस तरीके से इलेक्ट्रिसिटी बिल्स इन्फ्लेट हो रहे हैं, लेकिन आप ये भी बोल रहे हैं कि आपको नहीं लगता कि ये जो 3 मेंबर प्रो पैनल सेटअप किया है गवर्नमेंट में, या जो मर्क ने लेटर भेजा हुआ है, उससे कुछ ज्यादा फर्क पड़ेगा और उससे कुछ सोल्यूशन निकलेगा?
देखो, जो मेरा अभी तक का अनुभव है, जो मैं पिछले कई सालों से देख रहा हूँ, जितनी भी जांच कमेटियां बैठ रही हैं और उनके जो निष्कर्ष पहले तो लंबित चलते हैं बहुत दिनों तक, उसके बाद जो रिजल्ट आते हैं उसका जो मुझे अनुभव है, उस हिसाब से मैं बहुत ज्यादा होपफुल नहीं हूँ मर्क के इस नोटिस से, या मर्क की जांच कमेटी जो बैठाने की बात की जा रही है 3 मेंबर्स की, उससे मैं बहुत ज्यादा होपफुल नहीं हूँ। बट लेकिन इतना जरूर कहा जाएगा कि एक स्टार्ट तो है, एक स्टार्ट है, अगर उसको ढंग से फॉलो किया जाएगा तो शायद इसमें भी कुछ रिजल्ट आने की संभावनाएं हैं।
All right. Rajiv Mishra ji, thank you for joining us with your perspective. We'll of course now have to wait and watch as to whether anything concrete really comes out of this letter that has been issued by Merck, and the solutions that come out of the 3 member panel that the state government as well has set up.